12 Prophets of Ali Jadinho are a collection of beautiful and unique 10-foot sculptures created by Antonio Francisco Lisboa, also known as Ali Jadinho. These sandstone sculptures stand at the entrance to the sanctuary of Bom Jesus. The historian Antonia Bostrom illustrates these sculptures as having unique faces and gestures that bear a sense of power and make the sculptures stand out amongst the peaceful hills surrounding them. Another unique feature of these sculptures, described by the historian Graciela Mann, is their ability to blend in harmoniously with the architectural style of the church. These sculptures are known to be one of Antonio Francisco Lisboa's greatest artistic achievements and include many of his unique artistic tendencies. One of his artistic styles included in these sculptures are the strong lines which detail the physical aspects of the prophets. The unique beauty of these sculptures is just one feature that makes them an important historical culture object of Brazil, for their significance is also marked by the story behind the creation of these sculptures. This story represents different cultures coming together and colonial powers influencing Brazil. A crucial component to understanding this historical culture object is the city of Minas Gerais, where these sculptures were built and where Antonio Francisco Lisboa was born. The city of Minas Gerais is located in the municipality of Congos do Campo in Brazil. The historian Sandra Lauderdale reveals the significant role of this city to colonial powers because of its abundance of gold and diamonds. These valuable resources led Minas Gerais to be a center for Portuguese settlers in the 17th century who were in search of wealth. Another goal of these settlers was to spread Christianity to the natives, leading to the building of many churches by religious orders. Tendai Mutna, an expert on the history of Africans in Brazil, emphasizes colonial influence in Brazil due to their transportation of African slaves there. In Brazil, these slaves worked on sugar, coffee, and cotton plantations, and they also greatly impacted Brazil by their artistic talents. These religious transformations and the extraction and cultivation of commodity items by the Portuguese settlers in Minas Gerais represents the colonial powers' influence in Brazil and the intersection of these different cultures. This is important to understanding the 12 Prophets of Ali Jadinho because it is these different cultural influences in Minas Gerais that led Antonio Francisco Lisboa to become a sculptor and create this masterpiece. These cultural influences are evident through considering Lisboa's parents' background, for his father was a Portuguese and his mother was a Nigerian slave, which made Antonio a mulatto. Similar to many other Portuguese settlers, Antonio's father came to Minas Gerais to find work as a carpenter, a much demanded job in Minas Gerais due to the many churches being constructed. His father was an influential figure to Antonio's, for he grew up learning architecture and sculpture from observing his father's work. On the other hand, historians debate the influence of Antonio's mother to his artistic development. The historian Tendai Mutna claims that the 12 Prophets reflect Afro-Brazilian art. However, the historian Sandra Lauderdale states that Lisboa's art does not show signs of influence from black culture. Although there are conflicting views on this, the mere fact that Antonio Lisboa was mulatto truly reflects the intersection of cultures in Brazil. Lastly, the town of Minas Gerais also had a great effect on Lisboa's artistic growth because of the many ornate Rococo and Baroque-style churches that surrounded him. In these ways, it is evident that the 12 Prophets of Ali Jadinho are much more than the sandstone sculptures, but they are a reflection of the intersection of cultures and the influence of colonial powers in Brazil.